Hello everybody, in this video I'm showing you how to make some vegetarian Rice Krispie squares. So first of all you need some greaseproof paper, the tin, and I'm using this margarine just to stick it all down. Then I've got some finely ground salt, some cheap smooth peanut butter from Tesco's, some clear honey from Tesco's, and also these rice snaps also from Tesco's. So at this stage I feel like this video should be sponsored by Tesco's. But I've got this dark chocolate which I'm going to be using to cover the top, and then that's optional, and also these unicorn sprinkles are optional, but I'm just trying to use up the container of sprinkles. A large bowl for the Rice Krispies, a small bowl for the chocolate, and then these copper measuring cups. The half size measuring cup broke within a few hours of me buying them, and I've got this spoon and a knife. So you want to start off by tearing or cutting the baking paper to size, and then I'm using margarine to stick it down. So it's fairly self-explanatory, and I'm also going to cut the corners off just to make it look a bit neater. And then leave that to the side, and now I'm measuring out half a cup of the smooth peanut butter. Yeah, I think this peanut butter is really good because it's quite inexpensive. So I'm measuring it out fairly accurately and then just putting that into the big glass bowl. So you can just pour the honey in if it's runny like this. And then you also want to scrape around the edges with a knife. The last ingredient is just half a teaspoon of salt, and then it's down to the microwave, and I am melting it in 20-second or 30-second bursts, and then stirring it and putting it in again afterwards. And at this stage it smells really nice, and you're ready to add in the Rice Krispies, or you can just eat it how it is now, if you're in the mood. Anyway, so I'm using the half cup measure now, and I'm pouring in the Rice Krispies. This doesn't need to be particularly accurate, but it's 4 cups of Rice Krispies, or rice snaps, if you're talking about the Tesco version. And then you can get on with the mixing now. You could use a wooden spoon, but I'm just using metal. Then I decided to add a few more Rice Krispies because there was enough peanut butter. And then I'm pouring it into the baking tin and scraping out the Rice Krispies. Yeah, so one of the reasons why I really like this recipe, and I have done it several times, is that it can get a bit expensive, I think, if you keep using marshmallows to make these sort of square Rice Krispie snacks. So by using this cheap peanut butter and honey, I feel like it's also probably healthier, less processed, and it's also cheaper. And also because the people eating them, a lot of them are vegetarians, so to go and find vegetarian marshmallows is a faff. So I actually am very fond of this recipe. Also, it keeps really well. So if you want, instead of a knife, you can use this sort of silicone spatula and that's really good for pushing it down. And you want to get it right into the corners, because otherwise the person with the corner or the edge bit would get a little slice if you haven't bothered to push it in. And there you have it. And the next step is to melt the chocolate. This is such an easy recipe. So I haven't included, or I'm not going to say how much chocolate you should use. It depends how much chocolate you want to use. But I'm using dark chocolate. Yeah, so this recipe is lactose free. But it's not vegan because of the honey. You could use gluten-free Rice Krispies, but it's not gluten-free. Anyway, then you just want to get the chocolate on. You could use a piping bag if you want to be fancy, but I'm just going for swirls, and I actually quite like that taste aspect of having bigger bits of chocolate and bits with smaller bits of chocolate, because then people can choose. And then I'm using up all my unicorn sprinkles and just getting them on there. And there you have it. So that's the finished look, and I'm going to leave that for a few hours now. And then I was washing up and licking the spoon, which is my favourite part of baking. Okay, we're back a few hours later. It's a lot darker, and the good thing about this Lakeland brownie tin is it's got these markers, so you can carefully mark out and cut 20 slices that are all approximately the same size. Yeah, so there you have it. Now I've got an ice cream tub, and I'm just putting the Rice Krispies squares into the ice cream tub, and then they're going to be kept at room temperature. So I'm using a little bit of baking parchment in between each layer, and I can fit 6 layers, no, not 6 layers, 6 on each layer and 3 layers, so there's 18, and then the remaining 2 I just slid down the side. So I've got 20 slices, and that's what each slice looks like. Thank you for watching. Bye.